Yo, what is good, everybody? This is your boy Chosen Banks. Do me a favor, hit that like and subscribe button if you haven't subscribed yet. For all my new viewers, go ahead and hit that like button and drop a comment. You know what I'm saying? I want to thank all my old subscribers for subscribing and enjoying my content. Today we're going to be dedicating this video right here into, into crocodiles. I ain't never heard of a fish killing a crocodile, but today we're going to be experiencing it together. Alright, so I'm not going to be doing a lot of talking. Let's go ahead and get into the video.
If you ask a random person what fish they're most scared of, they'll most likely say it's a shark. Yeah, sharks have a reputation for being bloodthirsty predators, ready to devour anyone with extreme cruelty. However, there are fish you should fear much more than sharks. Actually, compared to them, sharks seem like peaceful and innocent creatures. Meet needlefish, a family of ray-finned fish that prey on other fish. A signature feature of needlefish is a long, narrow beak with many sharp teeth. Needlefish look a bit ridiculous, but don't be fooled by their appearance. Since needlefish swim close to the surface, they often leap over the decks of shallow boats. They do it accelerating up to 37 miles per hour. It's like a small car leaping out of the water right at you. Needlefish jumping activity is greatly excited by artificial light at night. Night fishermen and divers across the Pacific Ocean are regularly attacked by entire flocks of needlefish rushing towards the source of light at high speed. They're like moths, only moths don't have such sharp beaks. Using these beaks, needlefish are capable of inflicting deep puncture wounds, and for the people of the Pacific Islands, this fish represents a greater danger than a shark. The risk of getting injured during an encounter with a needlefish is much higher than from encountering a shark.
That is crazy right there. Like, what could you do at that point if they all just come at you? You can't really do nothing besides hide. But if it's at night, will you be able to see them well enough or fast enough to get to cover? Like I say, I'm petitioning against the ocean life.
Keep in mind, needlefish are found not only in the Pacific Ocean. In 2010, a Florida kayaker nearly died when a needlefish leapt out of the water and impaled her in the chest. Another person was seriously injured in an attack in May 2013 in the Red Sea when a needlefish speared under his knee. In October 2013, a Saudi Arabian...
Like I said, I'm petitioning against the ocean life. Come on now, like, there are some things you shouldn't really fuck with. I'm just gonna say, there are some things you shouldn't really fuck with. There are some places that you shouldn't go. But for some odd reason, we as human beings are very curious. Now imagine this is you. Come on now, you just going to the ocean, going to the beach, just trying to catch a fish or two, trying to feed your family, and this happens. The fish said, you thought you was catching me, I'm catching you. That's crazy, right?
News site reported the death of a young man due to hemorrhaging after being hit by a needlefish on the left side of the neck. And in 2014 in Vietnam, a fish from the needlefish family almost killed a tourist. The fish bit her neck and left pieces of its teeth in her spinal cord, paralyzing the woman. So yeah, needlefish are not the kind of fish you'd want to see. Although it's worth saying that the most common Asian carp can pose a threat too, especially if that's an invasive species that was introduced to the United States. There were times when Asian carps leaping out of the water into boats broke people's noses, jaws, and even arms. Some of them even knocked people down. The impact was that strong. These carps, which, by the way, can reach...
I mean, on the good end, you get free fish, you know what I'm saying? That's a free meal. If they jump into the boat, it's free meal, you know what I'm saying? That's the thing you ain't gotta wait hours upon hours to do. So, bring you a bucket so you can catch something in the air, I guess. But stay away from the ocean, man.
24 inches in length are found in abundance in the waters of the United States, and they leap on boats very actively. If you get off with just a bruise, consider yourself lucky. Well, now let's talk about something really rare. In 2010, a fisherman, Jeremy Wade, pulled a Goliath tigerfish out of the waters of the Congo River. He actually
Boy, that thing is ugly, boy. That thing is ugly. Look at the teeth on this thing, man. It's like dinosaur teeth, bro. I'm saying crocodile teeth. Hold on, but I thought this whole video was about fish that kills crocodile. Like, where's this video going at? They're showing me everything but that. I apologize on their behalf, because I don't know what they doing.
The Goliath tigerfish out of the waters of the Congo River. He actually got incredibly lucky because catching a Goliath tigerfish is quite an achievement. This fish is quite elusive and very dangerous. The thing is, the Goliath tigerfish is rightfully considered one of the scariest freshwater fish in the world. This is a larger and more dangerous version of
I won't even eat it. I ain't gonna lie. I won't even eat it. I don't care if I was on my last day. You know what I'm saying? My last meal. That could have saved my life. I would have looked at that fish and be like, nope. No. I don't know. It's just me. I can't eat things that's ugly. You know what I'm saying? It has to appeal to me. Like, it's weird, but yeah, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, if you feeding me some fish, don't show me the fish. Don't show me how it looked like before. You know what I'm talking about? Because I would not eat it, bro. I would not eat it. Cause I couldn't digest it, bro. I'd throw up or something, bro. That's crazy, bro. This fish is mad ugly, bro.
piranha, which grows up to 5 feet and can weigh 110 pounds. Each of the 30-odd teeth of a Goliath tigerfish can grow to an inch, which means they're comparable to shark's teeth in size. With an arsenal like that, the Goliath tigerfish can easily attack not only people, but also crocodiles. Okay, let's be honest, it not only can do it, it actually does that, biting off whole chunks from crocodiles. So you realize people don't stand much chance either. It's believed that these fish attack in a reflex response to a sudden movement or splash, and they do it with stunning aggression. Goliath tigerfish only needs one bite to snap its prey in half. Well, if that's another fish we're talking about, of course. When it comes to a human, a bite like that can leave them without a finger. And that would actually be the best case scenario. There's no documented evidence of Goliath tigerfish killing people. However, locals say that it used to happen.
I wonder, does it bite its own gum or something? With all them teeth, I wonder, like, does it have, like, gum issue, like teeth issues or something, you know what I'm saying? Like, does it, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, most fishes, most fish, their teeth kind of, like, compress back into their mouth, but it doesn't look like this fish does the same. So I wonder, like, is it mouth always open, or, like, does the teeth, like, bend back or something?
However, locals say that it used to happen. In general, compared to the Goliath tigerfish, all other creatures in today's video seem harmless and innocent. Though this doesn't mean I won't tell you about them. Here, for example, is an alligator gar. It can grow up to 10 feet long and is considered the largest of the 7 known gar species. Some historical records claim that in the past, alligator gars could gain weight up to 350 pounds. And of course, they didn't get so big feeding on algae alone. The good news is that alligator gars don't attack humans. In any case, there weren't any
Cap, I don't think the humans survived. To tell you, I don't mess with the water, man. That's something I don't do. I don't mess with the water. This is why, you know what I'm talking about? Like, you see stuff like this, and you wonder why I don't mess with the water. This is like stuff. Come on now, like, it explains itself.
Reports of such attacks. The bad news is that these fish still pose a passive danger to us because of their eggs. Alligator gar eggs are poisonous if ingested. This is how alligator gars protect their offspring from predators like crustaceans. Adult alligator gars have few natural predators, and I believe the reason might be their scales, which are simply impossible to bite through. To cut through the fish's armor, people have to use wire cutters, 10 snips, and a hatchet. This is why people rarely eat alligator gars. Well, you can imagine why, right? By the time you remove the scales, you'll no longer feel like eating. And since we're talking about gars, let's talk about a similar fish.
My main concern is, why did you consider eating it? You weirdo. Like, come on, like, I'm not being mean, but look at this, bro. Look at this. Why would you even consider eating it? Savage.
Let's talk about a similar fish, northern pike, because they also have an interesting feature. Well, it's not scientifically confirmed, it's just a story told by fishermen. Anyway, it's believed that northern pikes shed their teeth in the middle of summer in order to grow new ones. It's like deer and antlers, only with teeth instead of antlers. If people could do that, imagine how much money we'd save on visits to the dentist. Researchers have been unable to find any evidence of whether pikes are shedding teeth or not. Maybe pikes are similar to sharks, where one row of teeth is constantly being replaced with the next row of teeth as they break or fall out. Though actually,
tell me this is not something that you would see in history books with dinosaurs. Like, tell me, like, 1,000 years from now, if they ever become extinct, we probably would consider this to be a dinosaur. It looks like it. Come on now, tell me. A toothless dinosaur.
with the next row of teeth as they break or fall out. Though actually, changing teeth is not something unusual for fish. There's even a fish species that loses 20 teeth each day. This is a Pacific lingcod, a vicious omnivorous fish with more than 500 randomly arranged teeth in its mouth. The Pacific lingcod actually loses and grows 20 teeth a day and feels just fine. Well, you can get it. Several dozens of teeth don't sound like much when you have several hundreds of them in your mouth, but how could such a large number of teeth fit in the mouth in the first place? Well, apparently the Pacific lingcod really wanted to have as many teeth as possible and didn't stop even when it ran out of space on its jaws. If you look inside the mouth on their palate, you'll see it's also covered in teeth. All the way at the back of the throat, right before the esophagus, there are pharyngeal jaws, tooth-studded bony platforms made from modified gill arches. In short, this fish has teeth literally everywhere. When the Pacific lingcod attacks, its first set of jaws shoots forward and pulls the prey into the mouth, where the internal pharyngeal jaws begin to crush and shred the prey. That sounds terrifying, especially considering that Pacific lingcods are aggressive. In one of the research centers where they were kept, the staff had to add tape to the corners of the tanks because the fish tried to jump out and attack everyone who passed by.
What do you want?
Listen here, jump out if you want to. I don't think you're gonna go back in, because I'm not letting you.
These fish act like this because nature's made them active predators. The behavior of frogfish is entirely different, and they actually look strange for fish, as if someone first fashioned a normal fish out of plasticine, but then accidentally crumpled it. However, their appearance is of little interest to us. More importantly, frogfish, in fact, can't even swim. Yes, evolution not only gave them a weird shape, but also forgot to give them a swim bladder. Frogfish have to clumsily walk or jump on the seabed. Given all that, can they actually make good hunters? Turns out they can. When frogfish need to move quickly, they use jet propulsion, gulping water and forcing it through their back-facing gills. And they move really fast. Whenever prey is close, it takes only 6 milliseconds for the frogfish to react and grab it. For comparison, the reaction time of most people is 200 milliseconds. In this video, they tried to film the attack of the frogfish, but you can still hardly make anything out. Frogfish use their first dorsal fin as a fishing rod, luring prey closer. They wiggle their bait, mimicking a small fish that looks like lunch for their prey. Of course, the rod can break, but in this case, the frogfish have a plan. They can simply grow it back. Well, that was a fish that looked like crumpled plasticine. Now it's time to talk about a fish that looks like an underwater pug, or at least like it's very surprised or upset about something all the time.
I was just wondering, am I the only one that's not comfortable watching this video? Like, just look at these fish. Are you comfortable?
It's like it's very surprised or upset about something all the time.
You one ugly mother...
You know, this fish looks as if it had left for half an hour and then remembered it had forgotten to turn off the iron. Stargazers might be rather ugly, goggle-eyed creatures, but they're nevertheless formidable predators. To ambush their prey, these fish burrow into the sand, exposing only their mouths and eyes, which they rotate as hard as they can. This attracts the prey, which the stargazers then stun with electricity coming right from their eyes. I'm serious. They generate discharges like electric eels. Well, their discharge is weaker, only 50 volts compared to 600 volts generated by eels. But this is quite enough. After getting a jolt...
Do you hear this, man? Do you hear this? Now, I don't know how true it is, but do you hear this, man? This is crazy, bro. It's like we feel as human beings that we are like on top of the food chain. But I think we only on top of the food chain because we live on land. In the water, I don't think we would survive. Not many of us. Of course, there's many cultures that I can see it. I can see it happening. But I think it'll take a long time. Like, you know what I'm saying? Your culture has to be, how can I say this? Be living there for a long time and teaching their kids. But I do think it's like there's specific places that you can thrive. Not everywhere. You know what I'm saying? But imagine human beings can do the things that these animals can do. Like, we'll be superheroes, right? Or villains, whichever one you choose to be. Is your life.
The prey can no longer fight back, and the stargazers can have lunch. Turns out that these ridiculous-looking creatures have killer eyes. Naturally, the discharge also works against predators, giving the stargazers enough time to break free and swim away. However, simply having bulging eyes and mimicking eels didn't seem good enough to these fish, and they grew a venomous spine near the pectoral fins. The venom is still poorly studied, but it seems to be dangerous enough not only for underwater creatures, in some cases it's known to have killed humans. Some of our viewers probably thought, now, venom, big deal. Venomous fish don't surprise anyone anymore. In a way, I agree with that. What if we show you a fish shaped like a cube? This is a real underwater tank that creates a toxic cloud. The yellow boxfish looks funny and cute, lives in shallow water in the warmer parts.
Hey, this look like the little blowfish thing that was on Finding Nemo.
Of the world's oceans, loves coral reefs and seaweed. These fish spend most of their time pruning algae and small invertebrates such as crustaceans, worms, and sponges from rocks and coral with their tiny mouths. But having such a peaceful life in the wild would require you to have powerful protection, and these fish have it. Their body is made up of hexagonal bony plates fused together to form a hard yet lightweight shell. It encircles the inner real skeletal framework. Yes, these fish have grown something like tank armor, and being a living tank means you have some serious advantages. At the very least, the yellow boxfish is damn hard to eat. Predators simply break their teeth on the armor, so they try not to take any risks. Well, in order to get such a body, these fish had to sacrifice speed and maneuverability. When you're a box with fins, it's quite difficult to be agile, but then evolution helped these fish out. It gave them a very cool ability. When threatened or simply alarmed, the yellow boxfish secrete a slimy toxin. It oozes from special cells all over the fish's body. Transparent toxic mucus, similar to snot, immediately disperses in the water column, creating a cloud of death around the fish. Due to this, boxfish can be very difficult to keep in aquariums. A frightened boxfish can accidentally poison all its mates.
Felt like one long ass video, didn't it? I was like, when is it gonna end?
Or maybe it could do that on purpose. Who knows? See you later.
Okay. Like I said, I was real uncomfortable with the video. Seen a lot of weird stuff that I did not want to see. Like, look at this one right here. Let's go read the comment right quick. This is why the ocean is still the scariest thing that exists on Earth. Somebody said he actually laughed out loud. Like, okay. Imagine what's lurking in oceans on distant planets out there. That's true. That's true. The boxfish is too up. I love your show. Nah. This right here says, oh, I'm so tired right now, but I mean, like, what was the worst fish for you? I think it was like what was it called, the alligator fish, cause it's too close to home. I know I don't go to the ocean, but sometimes I kind of go to the lake, so it's too close to home. But thank you guys for watching this video. If you enjoyed watching this video, please hit that like and subscribe button. If you haven't subscribed yet,